Hi friends, it's Becky, and I just got my package from Danielle Wickes' shop. She had a little bit of a sale, but then there were some bead mixes and little sections, or a little kit that I wanted to purchase, and so I got those and I brought it home. And usually when I get some things that I purchased, I don't always open them on camera, but this month I've challenged myself to do a design on the fly with everything that I open. So usually in this case I would have gotten it out, played with the beads, maybe started one of the designs on my own without even turning on my camera. But I'm going to open it up, I'm going to talk a little bit about them, and then I'm going to make some stuff with it. If you are not familiar with Danielle Wickes, she is a fantastic bead designer. She's got her hands in everything. She designs for Jill Wiseman. She does tutorials with Sam's Bead Shops. She also designs for Neelay Patel at Silver Silk and More. And she's got her own shop and her own site where she has her patterns. And she does several tutorials throughout the week on her channel, several live ones as well. In fact, the Stacy's bead kit in here, it's one of the things in here, was one that I saw on a live recently with her and Stacy Hecht, and it's a loomed bracelet. And I want to do more looming, so I got this set because I thought it was a really cool looking bracelet. And I still need to replace my broken loom, but that's something that I can do. In the meantime, she gave me an extra. It's a little bead stopper, guys, with a little pink handles. I love that. Love that. Thank you, Danielle. This is just something you can put on the end of your wire to keep your beads from flying when you're working on the other end or something like that. You just put the wire through the things and it holds on to it. I'm going to put that over here in my little there we go. We'll put that there with those. And then we've got her Southwest Delica mix. These are some beautiful colors. These are size 10 Delicas. So that is something that I think it's sold out now. She did and is in the process of moving to a new e-commerce site. Looks fantastic. I know she doesn't have everything listed there yet, but it looks fantastic. And she's moving from Etsy to there. But these are 8-0 seed beads, and this was a fantastic mix of seed beads. You've got these like purpley guys with the, is that a white center in them? You've got these like azure blue beads. You've got these bright sunshiny yellow. And I love these bright colors and some of these like not quite so bright but look really good with them colors. And then we've got some brown. That is a deep dark chocolatey brown. And these pretty like amber colored 11-0 seed beads. I'm probably going to do my design on the fly with this because I was going to do one of her patterns with this mix, and I was going to do the Stacy's kit. I was going to use this to make myself a loomed bracelet because it comes with this mix. I'll put a link to the live with Stacy that she did where they did this the looming thing. I'll put that in the description below. I'll also put a link to Danielle's new shop site. I believe she is in Tucson right now though, so I don't know that anything is getting sent. I hope she has a good time in there, but it has these really flashy fire polish beads that went with it. So I'm going to move these guys out of the way and I'm going to open up these guys and let's figure out what I can make with this. I think I want to do little flowers kind of like this. Maybe. I saw this sitting on my shelf and I was like, oh, I like to wear those. Put that on. Maybe it'll be a little daisy chainy, but let's make it easy. And so let's open this guy up. That's a beautiful amber color. Let's do it in that order, and then I'm going to use these dark ones as kind of a rest color. So I'm going to do flowers with the amber color, the beautiful blue, the sunshiny yellow, and then this like Is it like pink lined with blue glass? I don't know, but I'm going to get it up close so you can see this color better because it looks like such a fun color of seed bead. It has so much dimension to it. So let's get these guys out here and let's pull out my little notebook because I think I know how I want this to go. Alright, so usually when you do like a daisy chain sort of bracelet, you're going to have your seed beads, and you do a, I'm just pulling out some markers so that I can do colors in here. I don't have any blue. That's okay. I don't need blue. But yeah, you do like a right angle weave, and then you go back through and add this center bead. I'm going to skip that center bead because I want to do this with beading wire instead of with like this Soft Flex Fine beading wire. I'm going to do it with that instead of with beading thread because these are, you know, they're larger beads, and this is a very flexible wire. It is 0.014. But it's soft and flexible, so it will be good to bead with. I could probably do the like right angle weave with a single thread in multiple passes and put one in the middle if I used their very fine wire for this, but I can do it this way by going through here. So what if I had right here on the end a little lobster clasp like that, and then a seed bead here, 2 seed beads here, and another seed bead there, and then a couple of rust color seed beads right there. And then we switch to the next color with a seed bead here. Then rust color. And then we move on to the next color. It's going to give us a look of little flowers, but it won't be exactly. That way we could have the wire go through here, and it could go in both directions. I'm going to crisscross through that, through 2 of these seed beads on the side, and then crisscross through here, crisscross through one of my little rest beads, crisscross through here, through 2 more of those beads, through here, like this, so on and so forth as we go. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use these 8/0 seed beads to do it. And it's going to end up looking a little daisy chainy at the end of it. I'm going to use 2 strands at once when I do it. So let's pull off enough wire to be able to do enough of that. All right. Come on, wire. Since it's going to be 2 strands at once, and it's going to be crisscrossy, let's go around once, 1, 2, and if I have a little bit of extra, that'll be totally fine. 3. That should be more than enough for me to do that with. And let's get a little clasp. And I'm going to find the center of my wire by putting the ends together. Dropping this down through here. And then I think I'm going to put a crimp bead on right about here. Let's use these gold crimps. That'll be fun. Now these 2x2 crimp tubes, they work best on 0.019 wire. So in order for them to hold on a little bit better, I'm going to be stuffing the crimp tube with an extra, just some extra wire that I've got. Give it more meat for the ravioli when I do that. You could also use different crimps. Let's put this crimp down here, and then I can get started making this bracelet. So I've got some extra wire over here. Oop. I'm just going to put this extra wire right here in the middle of this crimp. Or not. There we go. And that just gives it a little bit extra for it to hold on to when I use my magical crimper. If you haven't seen it before, it's got a little divot in here, and you just center your crimp tube in that divot, give it a little bit of a smush, so it just crimps the corners of that. Turn it at a 90-degree angle, give it another smush, turn it again, another smush, and then just keep turning it around until you stop feeling resistance. You don't have to squeeze real hard. Just give it a little smush, and that'll smooth down those edges, and you've got a nice little crimp. A little ball of crimp right there that has smooth edges that you don't need to cover with a crimp cover. You can if you want to, but you don't need to. I'm just gonna snip off these excess bits of wire from that little ravioli stuffing. There we go. Alright, now let's start with yellow. I'm going to take both of my, let's move these guys out of the way, because I will 100% catch those strands on my tools while I'm working with my beads. I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of these 8/0 seed beads on one of my wires, and then I'm going to put my second wire through that same seed bead going in an opposite direction so they crisscross, and drop it down to the bottom of my wire right there. And I'm just going to scooch it right up there, and then on each end of my wire I'm going to put 2 seed beads, so 2 seed beads on that one. And it's the same color that I just crossed through. And then 2 seed beads on the next one. And then I'm going to pick up another one of these yellow seed beads and crisscross to the other end. Running into my drink can. And there we go, that makes a nice little circle of beads. And now let's pick up these brown ones. These are my background color. And I'm just going to pick one of these up on each strand. So one on this strand, and then one on the other. And now I'm going to switch to the next color. I think I was doing blue next. Okay. Yeah, let's do blue next. Yes, that's how we're doing these. Alright, so for my next one, I'm going to go through a single blue bead in opposite directions. Crisscross. and then pick up 2 of the blue beads on each strand. So 1, 2, buckle my shoe, and then we'll do a crisscross through 1 more of these blue seed beads to finish up that circle. This should be a nice quick project, fairly easy to do. And now I'm going to pick up a single brown bead on each strand. So 1 here, 1 here. Now let's get you back. Let's make a mess on my mat. That is always an option. Yeah. Goes there. And next we've got the amber beads. And I'm going to go in both directions through 1 of the amber beads. Like this. 2 amber beads on each strand. Two, and 1, 2, and then we'll go through with both strands on our last amber bead. Next we've got our rest beads. So we're going to do, it's to rest the eyes between each of those, or a background bead. A single chocolatey brown one on each strand. And now we've got our purpley pink guys. I love that color. It's just so like extra dimensional. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm going to finish up this color, and then I am going to stop recording and finish up the bracelet and join back with you after I finish doing this, because I'm just basically going to be repeating myself. I've got 2 on each strand. Come on, buddies. There's like some sticky stuff on this wire. Why is it sticky though? And then a single one. See, so it's just making a really quick, really pretty little daisy chain with this bead mix. It is so bright and sunshiny. I love it. The bright blue, the yellow, this purpley pink, the amber, the brown, all of it just makes me happy to look at. So this will make me happy to wear on my wrist, because when you make a necklace, you never see it. Other people see it. Same with earrings. Other people see that, not you. But with rings and with bracelets, that's something you get to look at. So since this will be a bracelet, I'll get to look at it and enjoy it. It'll be lots of fun. Alright, I'm going to finish this up. When it gets to the length that I want, I will come back and finish this up with y'all. Okay, so I now have my bracelet at the right length for me. I'm just finishing off at the end of one of my flowers. And I'm going to grab a crimp tube. And these are closed jump rings, but you can use regular size jump rings if you'd like. I just want to have a little loop on the end that my lobster clasp can latch onto. This is a super quick design. It doesn't take very long to work up. It works up super fast. And I'm just double checking my size. Yep, that's going to work perfectly for that. So I've got it coming out of both ends of this. Grab my wires and I'm going to put both ends through my crimp tube and snug it right up next to there. And then I'm going to take one end and go through this jump ring in one direction, and then take the other one and go through the jump ring in the other direction. It's not actually a jump ring, it's just a ring, since you can't jump it open. It's a closed ring. So I've got it like this, and I'm going to take this end over here on this side and stuff it back through that crimp. Like that. And then the other side and stuff it back through that crimp. And I shouldn't have to, since I've got 4 passes of this wire going through the crimp, I shouldn't have to add any extra wire for it to be able to hold on. I should be able to crimp it just fine, just like it is. But I just need to get the wire through the crimp hole. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay. I'm holding onto the crimp and then pulling both of these to, you know, get them to be an even level of loop, because I don't want one loop to be longer than the other. And where it's at right there, that sort of looks like a bow tie. I think that is the perfect place for crimping. So I'm going to grab my magical crimper and I'm just going to crimp it exactly the same way that I did the other one. Give it a little smush and then rotate it. Just keep going around. Is nice and in there. Snip off our excess. And I did overestimate how much wire I was going to need. Both of these lengths of wire can be used in other projects, so I will be saving them. So that is long enough to do 1 or 2 bracelets with it. Stick it in a little baggie so I can find it later. Alright, there we go. We have almost a daisy chain bracelet with some 8/0 seed beads that I got from Danielle Wickes' new shop. I'll put a link to her new shop again and to her website where you can find tutorials, patterns, and all sorts of fun inspiration from Danielle. And also to her YouTube channel, because she puts out so much informative and just amazing like tutorials and videos every week. It's kind of amazing. She is a little bit busy, I think, right now with like Tucson and that sort of thing, but she'll be back. She absolutely will be back. And for right now, there we have that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and happy beading.